Hi everyone. In this podcast, let's talk about shopping and bargaining in English. In today's episode, we are taking you to a lively street market where you will learn how to buy food, ask about prices, and even negotiate like a pro, all in English. Imagine walking through a busy market, hearing people chatting, smelling fresh bread, and seeing colorful fruits and vegetables everywhere. Let's talk about how to interact in this situation step by step. First, you might approach a stall and ask a simple question like, "How much is this?" The seller might reply, "It's £3 per kilo," especially if you're buying something like a kilo of potatoes or a bag of apples. For instance, you might say, "Could I have a kilo of potatoes and a bag of apples, please?" The seller could then respond politely, "Of course. Would you like anything else?" And you might add, "Yes, I'd like a loaf of bread and a jar of honey." When everything is ready, the seller hands it to you and says, "Here you go. That will be £850." Now, let's move to another stall with fresh fruit. You see a bunch of grapes and a punnet of strawberries, and you ask again, "How much is this?" The seller replies, "It's £2 per punnet and £3 per kilo." You might then ask, "Can I get two for £3?" Sometimes sellers agree and sometimes they don't, but it's perfectly natural to ask. Let's visit a cheese stall next. You notice a block of cheese and say, "Could I have a block of cheese, please?" If you're shopping on a budget, you might also say, "I can't spend that much," or "I've only got £10 on me." Now, let's focus on bargaining, which is common in many markets. You could ask, "What's your best price for this?" The seller might respond, "I can't go any lower than £5." If that's still too expensive, you can say, "That's my final offer, £4," and see what happens. If the seller agrees, they might smile and say, "You've got a deal." These kinds of exchanges are not just about money, they are also part of the social experience of shopping at the market. Remember to keep a friendly tone and smile, as it makes the interaction more enjoyable for everyone. For example, if you decide not to buy something, a simple "thank you" it goes a long way. So, whether you're buying a bunch of grapes, a punnet of strawberries, a block of cheese, a bag of apples, or a kilo of potatoes, these expressions will help you feel more confident and natural. To sum up, use phrases like, "How much is this?" to ask about prices. "Could I have," to order items, and "What's your best price?" if you want to negotiate. And don't forget, useful responses like, "I can't spend that much," or "I've only got," to manage your budget. Thanks for listening to Everyday English Travel Talk. We hope this episode helps you enjoy your next market experience in English. See you next time for more practical tips you can use in real life.